Meet Justin and Kimberly. They are an ordinary middle-class couple in Vermont in 2014. Justin works as an assistant manager at a retail store. He earns almost $41,000 a year, the average income for a Vermonter. Sadly, that average wage is only about 13% higher than the average wage a generation ago in 1978, adjusted for inflation. But the good news is, his wife Kimberly also works. She earns $37,500 per year as an elementary school teacher. That brings their combined annual salary to over $78,000. This is good news. Justin and Kimberly make 60% more than the median middle-class couple did in 1978. They must be rolling in dough, buying boats, going on trips, loading their house with expensive appliances and furniture. No? Oh yes, I forgot to mention, Kimberly and Justin have 2 children, ages 8 and 4. They would do anything for their kids, including finding a house in a town with good schools, even if it costs a little more. They want to make sure they have quality childcare for their older child after school and for their younger child all day. After all, both of them work, so neither parent can stay home with the kids. Kimberly and Justin would be willing to get by with just one car, but it's too hard when they both have to drive to their jobs at different hours. So they pay car payments, insurance, maintenance, and fuel costs for 2 cars. They want to take good care of their family and are willing to contribute to their health insurance costs, much of which are covered by Justin's employer, but they still have to pay part of it. We all know that Vermont winters get pretty cold, so there are those pesky heating fuel bills. And of course, as good hardworking Americans, they pay their taxes, federal and state. When we start to do the math here, we see that Justin and Kimberly have fixed costs, the costs they must pay every month just to keep their family afloat, that amount to 75% of their combined incomes. Guess they're not rolling in dough after all. No matter, as long as everything stays the same, they'll have no trouble balancing their finances. Of course, if Justin loses his job, not because he's a bad worker, but because the retailer is cutting back, and if he still hasn't found another job after, say, 3 months, then Justin and Kimberly might miss a mortgage payment. That's okay. Kimberly will just find a weekend job as a cashier in the local grocery store. Everything's fine again, unless the 8-year-old is diagnosed with diabetes, and the co-pays for the insulin take a big chunk out of the monthly budget. In that case, no problem. Justin and Kimberly start putting their food and gasoline costs on their credit cards. They can no longer pay off the whole amount monthly, but that interest and those late fees aren't that bad. So, has Justin found a new job yet? Yes, but it's for a smaller store and at a lower salary. What's that you say? The childcare costs have gone up? Justin and Kimberly are resourceful. Let's have a garage sale! Justin's car needs a new alternator? Why, Uncle George doesn't mind giving the couple a loan. Justin has to sell his bike. No more blowing off steam, getting exercise. He comes home from a day of job interviews to no avail, and Kimberly hasn't had a chance to make dinner yet. Don't worry, he won't lose his temper. Gee, maybe they should see a marital counselor. Nope, can't afford that. What's the number for that bankruptcy lawyer? Do you suppose that's why the bankruptcy rate in America has increased over 600% since 1981? Kimberly, Justin, what can I say? It's not easy being middle class.